I just remember one question one of the reporters asked me was, what does it mean to be like with the team or do it for each other? And I think that just helped me try to enjoy it a lot and recognize all the work we put in. And yeah, I just remember trying to enjoy it a lot. I was like, this is why we ran it, you know?
Hey everybody, this is Rodney Valinga with the West Ottawa High School Athletic Program, and you're listening to the 29-1 podcast. 29 sports, one team. The show that brings you into the lives of student athletes, coaches, and other faces in the Panthers sports community, bringing you the stories you might otherwise never hear. Join myself and Athletic Director Bill Kennedy as we dive in with you to get to know each other a little bit better. When dedication, talent, coaching, and friendships come together, championships follow.
Today on the 29-1 podcast, we are joined by the 4x8 relay team of Ella Wierks, Ava Porras, Emma Gunnett, and Collette Wierks. We talk about the thrill of winning a state title, the journey to Philly for New Balance Nationals, and take a look ahead at the upcoming season.
Their story isn't just about athletic achievement. It's about teenage girls supporting each other through victories and setbacks while creating memories that will last a lifetime.
The 4x8 relay team, up next on the 29-1 podcast. Let's get it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the 29-1 podcast. I'm your host, Rodney Valinga, and I'm here again with Panthers Athletic Director Bill Kennedy. Both high school and college are just a week or two away, as another summer has pretty much flown by. Bill, it doesn't even have to be September anymore. But with that said, there are a lot of great things fall has to offer, including the exciting fall sports season. Today, we sit down with four athletes who have made a significant impact in both the girls cross country and track and field teams here at West Ottawa High School over the past few years. They've all been crowned a state champion at some point in their careers and have or will have their picture up in the hallowed State Champs Hall, recently named, beside the main gym for years to come. This past spring, they competed together to win the 4x800 and the Division I Track and Field State Championships at East Kentwood, and in June, traveled to Philadelphia to compete in the New Balance Nationals outdoor at historic Franklin Field, where they finished second in the nation in the 4x800 and third in the distance medley relay. And it's our pleasure to ask, who is it?
Okay, my name's Ella Wierks.
Ava Porras.
Emma Gunnett.
Collette Wierks.
Welcome, guys. Super excited to see you all here. First and foremost, I'm excited because it means that you're probably have already got your training in for the day, right? So now you can decompress a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You guys see me at cross-country meets all the time.
Kennedy Crossing, right?
Kennedy Crossing. I mean, I've got my own crosswalk
T-shirts?
named Braidaway.
Any T-shirts coming?
I'd
buy the T-shirt.
Kyle's actually made me a T-shirt that says "Stay off the course" because that's typically what I'm yelling at Kennedy Crossing. Because you guys know, cross-country fans do not understand that the line means that's where the people run. So super excited to have you guys here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, the main reason you guys are here today is because of this great success you've had running together as a group before. But of all the incredible runs you've had together, and I'm sure there's been a lot, there's one run that stands out to me, and that's the Rocky Steps. And the Rocky Steps in Philadelphia. Ava, you want to tell us about that? Like what you guys did?
So it was kind of like, it started from my dad. He wanted to go, he was like, I'm going to the Rocky Steps. We're going to the Rocky Steps. And then it kind of was like drilled into everybody else. I was like, all right, we're going to the Rocky Steps. Like, it's non-negotiable. So you get to like the Rocky Steps on like, I think it was the last day.
Yeah.
Last day. And everybody's like, okay, we're going to do the Rocky Step like TikTok video or whatever. And we brought like all our medals.
That's pretty
and
classic.
we're holding them up. Yeah. And just played the Rocky song and we're like running up the Rocky stairs. Everybody's like kind of watching us and stuff. And we're kind of just laughing and having fun with it. But it was kind of like, it was like a joke, but it was also kind of fun because it was like a serious like accomplishment. And like the Rocky Steps were like a big accomplishment for him. So
That might be the one run that I have completed in my life that I could complete with you all. So that's good.
Huffing and puffing.
Huffing and puffing. A couple summers ago, my wife and I did the trip there, and you have to go there and get your picture taken with the statue and all of those things.
How old are you guys going across? How old are you?
We're gonna be juniors, so I'm 16.
You're 16.
17.
17.
I'm 18.
You're 18.
16.
Did you guys even know now I know you might have known Ava because your dad's a Rocky movie fanatic, I heard. But did the rest of you even know what that was going there?
We knew it was a thing of like, yeah, you got to go run up the Rocky Steps. And there's this whole playlist and everything, but we've never actually seen the movie. But yeah, we went there I think it was 8th grade when we went to nationals.
That was your first time?
Took some pictures, yeah.
Right.
But I haven't been there since.
It's 1976, Bill.
That's before I was born.
That's before you were born? I was already alive. But yeah, it's the famed Philadelphia Museum of Art. If you've never watched it, you guys go watch it. It's really great. They do this whole montage of him running through the streets before, big gray sweats on. There's parts where he's sprinting. There's no way he keeps his pace up. Oh, wait. You're laughing because you've seen it. There's this. Yeah. I think they would always like just cut it to him sprinting, and then they do another cut to him sprinting, but his pace is incredible.
Ava, have you seen the entire Rocky franchise?
Probably when I was little. I think my dad used to look. I think we have every single DVD. He was obsessed with it. So probably.
What was the rest of the summer like for you guys? Is the summertime like July a little bit of a break for you? Mm-hmm. Maybe Emma, tell us about what's your July like.
Well, we usually, after our track season, we take like a 2-week break, just completely off. And then we just like start building back up into that training and like add a little bit more mileage each week.
And Collette, same thing for you. What's July like?
Yeah, so our 2-week break, we usually go to the beach a lot. We went camping a little bit. And then, go back to practice, start building mileage again.
Yeah, it's a great place to live on the lakeshore here with the beach. I mean, you're so close. And lots to do.
Emma, you're obviously headed to Grand Valley. Mm-hmm. Did you kind of stick with the West Ottawa crew as far as some training throughout the course of the summer? Or are you kind of off doing your own thing now?
Well, like the first week back, I went to their practices and stuff, but GV training is a little bit different. We don't start workouts until like the 4th week, but they were doing workouts their 2nd week back. So then I started like training a little bit more on my own.
You guys just got back from team camp, right, up in Bel Air. I talked to your mom, and she's like, it's a lot of noise and a lot of food.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What's that experience like, team camp each year? Ella, what's it like, just to go there and doing that?
This was our first year going, so we haven't gone because we didn't do cross in freshman year, and I couldn't go last year.
Oh, this is your first time going?
Yeah.
Oh,
this was our first experience there.
So. All right, so tell me about it.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. It was just nice to be with all the girls because we see each other every day at practice, but then we also have these deeper team talks about goals or mental things you struggle with and just holding each other accountable. And then there's the training together meals, like we'll play games, eat snacks, watch movies.
What kind of games you playing?
We played, what was it called? The color one?
Hues and Cues. And then the last night we had a small circle of BS going for cards.
All right. Bill's drawing a blank. He's not much of a game guy.
I'm not, cards and like board games and stuff, just for whatever reason, not my jam.
No, it's just not your jam at all. Yeah.
He likes to bust me up about it.
I do like to bust him up about it because I'm a bit of a geek with games, but we won't get into that. Emma, so this is the first one you haven't been to in quite some time. Was it a little bit of, I kind of missed this, or are you ready to move on?
Well, I definitely missed it. It was like something I look forward to, like before, each cross country season, just to like get to bond more with all the girls. And then, so I mean, it was like bittersweet, but.
And Ava, you have to be a mama duck now. Is that your new role?
Oh yeah, gotta get my ducks in a line. But no, it's fun. It's kind of a different role. I've never had to really you get to know everyone on the team, but it's kind of a new real role that you have to get into and get to know them on a deeper level and really
because freshmen coming in, it's a pretty intimidating team to step onto.
Yeah.
Will you lean on those girls that have kind of come before you that have been in those leadership roles to pick their brain on, hey, how did you kind of handle moving into this type of leadership position? Definitely,
for sure. I think my freshman year kind of really helped me get into the leadership role because I was best friends with Megan Postma, and she is she's a really good leader. She's
the queen of the Mama Ducks.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And
queen of the Mama Ducks.
Yeah. And the graduating class before me was it was really big. And so there was a lot of leaders to look up to. So I definitely have gotten a lot of helpful things from them to take and learn.
You guys have this, great success. And there's so much we could talk about because, I mean, there's so many different seasons with what you do. There's a fall cross country, then there's spring, and then it just keeps repeating itself. You know, the main reason we're here today is for those things you've done. But, you know, to be successful like this, you guys have really had a lifetime. Talking to your parents, you've had this lifetime of being active people. I wasn't really blown away, but I was like, oh, this is like a really healthy group with the choices they're making and all that kind of stuff. Let's go to really Ella and Collette, because, I mean, you're twins. Talk to your mom. Like, hey, I'd like to give them some independence. Like, they do everything together anyways. You know what I mean? So it's like, but you guys did a lot of stuff growing up, including like rock climbing was the thing that you guys did. Collette, you want to, or maybe even still do it. Tell how you got involved in that.
Yeah, I guess the way we got involved was we'd go camping, and the first times we did it was outdoor climbing, I think. And there's not a lot of places to go around here, but I remember one time we went to Montana, and that was really cool. And there's a couple gyms like downtown here, so sometimes we go there. It's definitely harder like in season and school and practice to go, but every once in a while.
Yeah, we have a big
time,
race on Tuesday. We're not going rock climbing Monday.
Yeah, but over our 2-week break, we went a couple times, so yeah, it's not a thing that like we have a lot of extra time to do, but I definitely like it.
And your mom was she was an instructor for a long time, right, Ella?
Yeah, I think in college she led a lot of hiking. It was more hiking than climbing, I think.
Okay.
So you like summit mountains. So she would do a lot of that stuff.
You know who's a big rock climber is Coach Blake.
Oh yeah.
Coach Blake is a monster on a mountain, and Natalie, that's where she got all of that grip strength that helped with pole vault was through that rock climbing.
Yeah.
I talked to your parents, Ava. They said you were kind of involved in so many stuff like soccer and t-ball, but they said two things really stood out. Is you're always cheering the loudest. Is that a kind of a good descriptor of her, you guys?
Yeah, she's definitely one of the like loudest and most extroverted people on the team, but it's really helpful because she's so encouraging.
And I feel like she knows everyone really well, so just is able to hold people accountable and give the right cues, I guess, during workouts.
Yeah, and that's an important thing.
Yeah, and as we were sitting down to talk about this, I'm kind of reflecting back on getting to know all of you over the years. Ava, I specifically remember you and Addie as 7th grade cross-country runners at Kennedy Crossing, and just how outgoing and excitable you were.
Okay.
They were 7th graders.
Oh, yeah,
they were
for sure.
boundful with energy, just ready to go. So
We have like multiple photos of me from the season, and it's me jumping up and down on like the sideline. It's me in the midair and just jumping and cheering like Emma on specifically.
Yeah.
And the 800 there's one, and it's funny.
I mean, it's nice for track, especially because for cross country, we can't cheer each other on because we're all like in the same
for
race,
sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So for like track, because like I'm more mid distance and like Ava's usually doing like the 2 mile or something. So she can cheer me on during my 800 or like 400 or whatever. And then I can cheer on during the 2 mile.
Yeah, cross country is really just a sea of parents, siblings, and grandparents for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to have your teammates actually pulling for you during a race must be pretty exciting to do. Yeah. Emma, you did so many different sports as a kid. Swimming, gymnastics, softball. Any favorite sports from back when you were little?
I really liked softball, honestly. I had to quit that for track, but I really liked that. And I was a pitcher, so that was really fun to do.
that would have maybe helped us a little bit on the diamond over the last couple of years, but you got it done on the track, so I can't complain.
Yeah, the older you get, you got to start picking something that you're going to stay with, right? And Ava, you were nicknamed Wheels as well.
Yep, running those bases.
That's by Burkholz, right? Addie Burkholz nicknamed you that or not?
No, I think it was because I was in Allendale at that time.
Oh, you
I
were?
feel like
Okay.
everyone on my team just kind of nicknamed me Wheels because I'd try to get to the bases as fast as possible.
Well, that's like a good precursor. Like, hey, she was called Wheels when she was little. All right, there's a good chance she can move pretty fast.
Yeah.
A couple of you went to Lakewood, right? Did you go to Lakewood?
I went to Waukezu.
You went to Waukezu. Because you guys did Girls on the Run when you were younger?
Oh, yeah. I did that in 3rd and 4th grade.
Can you kind of tell me what that is, what that was, and kind of what that did for you?
Yeah, it's a thing for like elementary school girls, 3rd to 5th grade, I think. And then you just like, it's an after school thing. And then you like go with a bunch of other girls like your age. And then usually like parents coach, like moms. And then you just have a like fun practice. And it's just like a good like pre thing if you're interested in running, but you know, you don't want to be like totally involved in like a team sport thing.
Yeah, it's not totally serious either, right? It's a lot for being involved, having self-confidence. Did anybody else do that when they were younger here or no?
Yeah, I did it.
You did too? What was it like for you to be involved in that as a youngster?
It definitely was what like kind of sparked like the competitiveness in running. I did it with Addie at Sheldon Woods, so it was really that was kind of like where we got really close and stuff. And so it was just kind of like that spark that started it. I like the competitiveness of it, and like
You're smiling like you're saying competitive, and it's like,
yeah, it's like the
I love
5K
the
race we
competitiveness,
ran
yeah.
with her brother, and we were trying to like beat him the whole time. So it was really fun and like not like too serious, but me and Addie took it really seriously.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're doing. Like we're gonna get good at it. So it was
I think
fun.
your mom told me the first race you did, I think Addie finished 1st, and then you were second, and her mom was somewhere on the course waiting for you to come by. And then somebody goes, oh, yeah, she was here like 3 or 4 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. She's long gone.
Yeah.
So that was
Right,
pretty
and I
funny.
know that Coach Barnes has really poured into kind of girls on the run and run woe and really trying to build that running culture here at West Ottawa. I'm fortunate enough to say that I hired Coach Barnes. What's it like kind of getting to know him and his love for running and kind of what he's pouring into the program?
I think it's safe to say he's kind of like all like a best friend and a coach in one. He's there for like everything, not just like sports, but his knowledge really helps in the sport, like dealing with whether it's like injury or you're just going through like a tough week. Like he's gonna help you like come out of that, and like ultimately I don't think any of us would be where we are without him.
Yeah, we always kind of like joke about how he's like our second dad.
Oh, really?
Because like we always like
Nice.
see him so much, especially during the summer. And I mean, a lot of people I feel like when they first meet him think he's like pretty intimidating, but he definitely has like a softer side where he's like, you know, able to like joke around and just like have fun. But then he also has the serious side he like turns on when, you know, we have to like get the work done at practice.
Yeah. But you always know that he wants you to be the best that you can and will do anything that he can possibly do to help you succeed.
Yeah, and that's kind of what a good parent does too, right? Like there's times you're not going to like them.
Yeah, he definitely knows each of us really well, I think. So he knows what kind of training we need. I think that's definitely gotten better over the years. And then, but he also knows when to just make fun of people, honestly.
Oh, really?
And just have fun. But yeah, he definitely sees all the potential. So that's definitely helped us get where we have been.
And it's really fun to be around that family too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He also seems really eager to point fun at himself from time to time as well, right? I mean, from what I see on Instagram.
Oh yeah. Definitely. He is.
What kind of stuff does he do? What does he do?
We're big photo people on media day and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
And so
right.
we have a lot of like just funny random photos, and we're all like, don't post them. And he of
And it's
course
the only
like,
ones they post.
yeah, he posts like media day part 2, and it's like all of him, all of us, and it's funny. We have a good time.
It's kind of like when you take that live photo on your phone when it's like really official, the still. But then if you press on it, what's really happening in the photo, I always think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's kind of goes with that.
Yeah, I knew we had somebody different. So I hired Coach Barnes in the off season after my first year as AD here. We had a coach, Rayanne Hart was our coach prior to him, and she was a runner at Central Michigan. And she's the one that actually told me, hey, you need to talk to Danielle Barnes because she's trying to get a counselor job, and she was a stud runner at Michigan. And I talked to Danielle, and she's like, actually, my husband's really looking for a coaching gig. Talk to him. We get to the summertime, and I look out into the hallway out in front of the athletic office, and there are foam rollers and Normatex and Theraguns like going like crazy. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, I've never seen this before. But that's, you know, tied to his job and the work that he does at Grand Valley, and then kind of bringing that to a high school program. When I show up at meet day, the West Ottawa tent looks very different from most other teams.
Oh yeah.
Maybe talk a little bit about that, like what that does from a mental standpoint as you arrive at meets, and you guys just seem more dialed than most of the other teams.
Yeah, I feel like we have a very like specific routine before our races. You know, he's like an hour out, you know, make sure like you're eating enough food so you can like fuel your body. And then we start rolling out. And then after that, we do like activation stuff. And then we get into like our drills and we're ready to actually warm up.
Recovery is like a huge part of our program. And so there's always tools like around. There's never anything we're lacking in recovery. And so going into a meet, like just knowing that, it kind of really helps you because like a lot of it is physical, but most of it, I would argue, is mental. And so when you know your body's being taken care of, it is a lot easier on your mind. You're like, okay, my body's prepared, my mind's prepared, I'm ready to go. And then like you do look around at other teams and you're like, there's just backpacks everywhere and like few recovery tools, maybe like an individual one here and there, but like you come to our tent and there's Theraguns, R8s, rollers. We now do cupping. We have cupping.
You have
things
cupping at
everywhere.
the tent?
Yeah.
Wow.
It just stays in our box. We have hair ties, hair gel, literally anything you can think of. We just keep adding to it like every week.
That's a lot. Does it ever blow your mind that you really are being coached by, and I'm going to say this arguably, not only one of the best coaches in the state of Michigan, but arguably one of the best coaches in the country? Whether it's the top 50, top 100 or whatever, he's definitely in that group.
Yeah, I think it just helps a lot knowing his training prepares us really well. And just we started doing visualization stuff, and he does a lot of mental preparation and holding each other accountable and just having the culture that he brought of shared suffering. And then this year our slogan, I guess, is like every point matters. So telling like everyone contributes to the team and can make each other better. I think that helps just being mentally prepared and then trusting his training.
Let's jump into some of those phrases. I talked to your coach, I believe it was last night. And I said, hey, I know you guys got some phrases and stuff. What are a couple of them? Now, you brought up shared suffering. And what was the other one? Every point matters?
Every point matters, yeah.
Let's talk about that, Collette. You have great success as freshmen and sophomores. This whole shared suffering, what does that kind of do for a team to have that type of mantra?
Yeah, so with our sport, a lot of it is being willing
Pain?
being willing to like push
Lactic
yourself.
acid.
Yeah.
Here you are again.
So you have to be willing to go to like the pain cave and handle it. And it's really nice, I guess, to just do that with other people. And I'm really grateful to have such like a good team to run with. And the culture of our team is great. And that's what Coach Kyle and everyone else has made. And I'm really grateful for it. It definitely makes the sport a lot more meaningful and worth it to know that like you're all doing it together for each other.
Yeah, it's always to be part of a team, and that's what we're all doing this for anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Whether because you're going to have days where everything's successful. Mm-hmm. There's times when it's not. And when it's all said and done, what do you got? All right, let's get to that 4x800 championship.
May 31st.
Yeah, May 31. EK almost every year nowadays, right? So we already can't
EK
win.
Rockford kind of alternate. They do like 2 years on, 2 years off. Because hosting the D1 state track meet is a massive undertaking. You have all obviously been there. I've been there the last number of years. It is
logistics,
intense, and parking and concessions. It is absolute massive.
You see the worry that an athletic director has to deal with here?
It stresses me out just
There's a
looking
thought
at
bubble.
it. I think about like, holy cow. One, we could never host it. Our
Definitely
track
not.
facility is just not big enough. But yeah, it's a massive undertaking. So they alternate every other year, and both amazing facilities for the state meet.
Oh, no doubt about it. Our school won it last year too. 3 of you were on that team. We're going to try and stay more on this year. Talking with Kyle, he goes, started at the beginning of track season. It says the fastest 4 last year doesn't matter. Ava, you weren't on the team the year before. Tell us about your history with the 4x800, because this was a little bit of a redemption tour for you, if you will.
It definitely was. I had a goal I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah, it would have been my sophomore year to be on the 4x8 because 4x8 is one of my favorite events. And so I had a really rough season. Mentally, I was really struggling. Physically, I was struggling. And it was kind of like, it really stung. I was like, this is my one goal. Like, I don't care if I make it for like anything else. The 4x8 is like, that's my event. Like, I want to be on it. And so just seeing results like day after day, it was like, you're not going to get on it pretty much. And then there was like one last meet where it was like, this is kind of the final deciding factor, like whether you could be in it or not. And it was just, I don't remember what I ran. I feel like it was probably like 2:20 something. But it was like, I ran that time. I looked at the results and I was like, there it is. Like it's done right there. And so that was definitely really hard and hurtful. And so I was really glad for them because we had an amazing 4x8 team, but it's also like that, like, oh, like I really wanted to be on that team. So then coming back this year, it was like 4x8, like I'm on the 4x8. There's no other option. And it wasn't like, I'm going to try. Like, it was like, no, I'm making the 4x8 all year. And so I just kept like repeating that to myself, telling everyone else, like, I was like, no, I'm making the 4x8. And so all training, it was like working on the speed, but also I'm a distance heavy person. So I go distance, and then we started introducing speed, and then time started to slowly come, and I don't remember what race it was, but I had a pretty good breakthrough, and it was like getting back into my old times, and then it was like, all right, I can do this. Like, and he kept putting me on like 4x8s when we needed to run fast, and I was like, kind of helped building my confidence and stuff, and I was like, all right, I've got this spot. Like, I just need to keep working hard because it never ends. Like,
It doesn't end.
It
No,
doesn't.
there's no
You can't
place where
just
go, hey.
level off and
Yeah.
keep running the same times. You're always hungry for more and stuff, and so I was just constant meet after meet.
And you were part of
chasing
that team when
times.
Megan Postma got injured too, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. I was, yeah. So it was just, you would remember that and you're like, I want the state championship. Like, there's a legacy to uphold, but there's also remembering my freshman and sophomore year when it didn't end the way I wanted to. And so it's just that extra, like, I want it. So getting on it this year was like extremely special.
I'm very fortunate when I go to the state meet that I'm able to get down on the infield. The first thing that I notice is the race finishes and we win the state title is the three of you talking to Ava and really loving her up about being on that. And one of you actually said to her, you're going to be on the wall now. So for me, as a guy that I love hanging those pictures on the wall, that will always stand out to me as like, that's really cool to see a group of girls support their teammate and say, hey, we did this and now you're up there forever.
Yeah.
You know, 30 years from now, you're going to come back for your kid's basketball game and you're going to be hanging on that wall.
You look different, Mom.
Yeah.
You don't look the same anymore. What happened?
What's that mean to you to have like that support from the other three sitting around you right now? And
Gosh, I would not have made it on the team if it wasn't for them. Like, they knew how bad I wanted it, and like Emma from the previous year, she knows how bad I struggled in that year, and so I think just really having them lean in on like me and being like, you can do it. Like, there was never a day that it went by and it was like, they don't want me on this team. Like, it was, they want me on the team. They know I can do it, and so like having their constant support, it was just like really reassuring. And it's like, I do belong on this team, and like there's a reason for me to be on it. And so just getting to do it with them was like amazing. It was such a special occasion and something you'll never forget because they're my best friends.
There you go.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things, it can also be one of the best things though of this sport, is there are so many ups and downs and things you can't control. But when you have a team that you train with every single day, going through the ups and downs with, and you know, like, you get so close and you get to know each other so well that you can know like what the other people need and help them so that everyone can become the best they can. And then when you achieve things like your goals, or like one of you gets a PR or something, you can celebrate it, and it's really special.
Yeah, so you know each other so close, you can kind of read each other on race day a little bit, huh?
For sure.
Emma, take us back to that race day. What was your guys' expectation going in? What were you thinking could happen?
Well, we just went into it first, like knowing, we won it last year, and I thought like, we were stronger than we were last year, and we just had that expectation that we needed to just go out there and just like put our all into it so we could just like get it done in the day and like go out and like win another state championship.
And you have so much training. I mean, you just rely on that. Do you guys have nerves on a big day like that, or do you get more calm? What's it like for you, Ella?
Definitely nerves.
Oh, the nerves are there. Okay.
Because you have the confidence of knowing that, like, we had run that time. We were placed first, but then most of it's just execution. So, like, don't drop the baton. You need to not get stuck in the pack. So that kind of thing. But yeah, race plan, not going out too fast, not going out too slow. But I guess that's what I worry about mostly, is just like, I know I can do it, but like actually doing it sometimes is the hard part.
And sometimes the best thing is just having the race start.
Yeah.
Because the mind there ain't no more worrying.
Yeah.
Like, we're in it now. It started.
And it was Oak Park, right, who went out real fast.
Yeah.
That first leg, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, so you had to hang back.
Yeah. So I had gotten sick like the Thursday before.
All these variables you
then-
can't control that are on race day. Yeah.
Friday, I stayed home from school, so I like slept in. I ate all my normal food. I like went in the Normatex, went to bed because I was just hoping I would like still feel better on Saturday. So Saturday I woke up, and then I was talking to Kyle, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have you and Mary Dalbo warm up like with the rest of the team."
She was your alternate, or
Yeah.
vice versa.
So then,
right?
and he was like, if you don't feel like you can run sub 220, then I'm going to put Mary in it. So I was like, I felt pretty good on the warm up. So I was like, okay, I think I can do it. And I'm really glad I did because I ended up splitting at 215, I think. So
Hey, it's that sickness, Bill.
Yeah. A Michael Jordan flu game.
Yep.
Or bad pizza, whatever you
Yep. It's sometimes when you have that sickness, it's just, did you find that you just had to really just focus on simple things when you're running that?
yeah,
Not feeling well?
I changed up my race plan a little bit, or Kyle did, because I had been going out previously in the season, going out too fast and then just not finishing well. So it was like, just go out, stay towards the middle to the back of the pack for like the first lap, and then pretty much just kick. So that's what I did, and it worked.
Ava, you're next.
Yeah.
How were you on race day?
Ooh, I think I was kind of a nervous wreck. There's a lot of pressure you feel, but also like once I step on the track, I feel like I really like enter this new like focus zone, and it's like nothing's getting in my way.
Yeah, once you start running, it's on, you know?
So then I see like Ella coming down the straightaway, and I was like, all right, it's time to go. Like, if you feel good, go, but be smart. Don't kill yourself in the first like 200 meters. And so I kind of hung with the pack. And then it was like the last 200, it was like, all right, go, like get this lead, like try to open up a little bit of a gap going to Emma. So.
And Emma Gunnett gets the baton.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Ava always does this thing where she like hands off to me and she's like, Emma, go.
Oh,
And I
really?
just, like,
See, the
I just,
cheerleader.
like,
You can't even help yourself.
No, I can't.
No.
It just like gets me all fired up, and then I'm just like grab the baton and I'm just like running on the straightaway, and I have like my eyes towards like the back of the Oak Park girl's head, and I'm just like, that's all I'm focused on.
You guys
It's
are
like I
really
zone
fun
in.
to watch run, by the way. Like, you guys are all incredible athletes. Like, you're moving, and just from a fan's point of view, it's really enjoyable to see you guys run. It's spectacular. So, but you have a good day.
Yeah, I just remember like coming down like the straightaway on the first lap, and then I just start to pass the Oak Park girl, and you know, like the crowd is like going crazy. Especially my mom's always so loud. Like out of like everyone,
Really, I haven't heard of her before.
I can always just like hear her just like screaming my name, and it just like it makes me like feel like really pumped up. And then I just remember
So
passing.
you heard your
her.
mom's name. You heard your mom's voice amongst all that big crowd.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
awesome.
Shout out Marissa
Anyway.
Gunnett.
Yeah, Marissa Gunnett.
Oh yeah.
One of the nicest people I have ever met in my life.
That's really great. And then Collette, you tear it up on that last.
Drop the
so
hammer.
I was definitely
hammer.
really nervous before, but I knew we had a really strong team and just tried to focus on execution. But when I was like standing on the line, they all ran amazing, and I was so proud of them. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna do this for them. It's gonna be good. And then Emma, the Oak Park girl, went out really fast, but I was like, oh, she's got this. Even after the first lap, she started to slow down, and I was like, oh yes, Emma. And then she handed me the baton, and then I think I went out a little bit fast, but most of the time I was just trying not to get caught. Like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, keep going, keep your form, keep your speed up, just don't look back, and just hammer till the finish line.
And you hammered it because it was a fairly large gap.
Yeah.
So at Kentwood,
8 seconds, I believe.
Something like
Yeah, that's a long. That's a big distance on a
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
at Kentwood D1 state meet, they use the video board. When you're on that back
yeah.
straightaway, do you look at that board at all to see where the trail runner is?
I think I might have one time, like in the second lap after I passed.
And then
her,
you
'cause
saw
I-
your mom on the screen. You're like, there she is. There's my mom.
Yeah, I mean, it's like helpful to look at the board, just like because you have like no clue. I don't want to look back because I feel like that always would like slow me down or something. So just being able to like look at it and like see that the gap is growing and just like make myself like feel more confident. So that it helps.
You know what's funny as a fan, like when I'm watching track, I don't like, especially a race like that, I'm not watching the runners. I'm just kind of watching the gap. And I'm just watching if the gap is closing or if it's getting wider. I don't know if you ever do that when you watch a track meet.
I'm just usually losing my mind, especially when the West Ottawa
Parking,
squad is.
concessions.
Well, no, by this time I'm in the track, I'm on the field,
All right.
and now it's just like, all right, we won. Now I got to get photos. I got to get things posted to social. And
It never ends.
What's awesome is that I have all of these awesome friends, ADs in the area. We all are super tight because there's one of us at each school. So we rely on each other. And Tim Ritzma was kind of doing the announcing that day. He comes up to me. He's like, hey, do you want to hand out the medals for the 4x8? And I'm like, heck yeah, I do. So that kind of stuff for an AD is really special when I get to see my school and my girls up on that podium and then hand them the medals, that's a big deal for ADs.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And it does show. I mean, you really do enjoy that moment
It's great.
of doing that with everybody. You know, that's the race you win that day. What does it feel like to actually pull something off? Like every athlete has a goal, or I need to go do this, or we want to do this. How enjoyable was the actual moment itself when you guys are, I mean, you all recollect, right? Everyone's done the race and you meet up again. What was that moment like, Ella?
It's just
I got chills asking the question. I have goosebumps right now.
because it was us three. We're just watching Collette finish, and like for the last maybe like 200, we kind of knew she was gonna. It was, I mean, it
We
wasn't for
literally
sure, but
sat in a circle and prayed.
yes.
And we
Oh.
were like, please just like get her to the end in first.
Oh, that's
Doesn't
great.
like time does not matter, like just in first.
Yeah, and I just remember just like jumping up and down, and we just like right to Collette, and you know she's all tired. Just like hugging. There's one picture where
Yeah,
we're,
she's
like,
still
all
recovering from that. Yeah.
There's one picture we're all like hugging each other that I love, and that's like basically what we do it for. I feel like I mean not all of it, but
Yeah.
that's just the best part of it.
And Emma, you as a senior, you know what I mean, getting it back to back. How rewarding is that for you?
I mean, it was like crazy. I mean, like I always like knew that we could do it, but then like seeing all like the hard work, it feels like we were training like for this moment, honestly, from like the summertime even. So just like, seeing it just pay off is like incredible.
And no pressure, but 3 of you are back.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. It's already.
3 in a row.
Repeat.
Usually it's like the local newspaper. Can you win it again? Right after you won, they ask you, can you win it again? What about this one? We're on to the next. And now your AD went at you.
Well, so the race ends, you have that moment, you're hugging each other, but then you kind of get bombarded, right? Because you have state champs Michigan is there, and they want quotes and photos. You got Dan Diodanas down on the infield, the local guy from the Holland Sentinel. You've got an AD who's like trying to get your picture to post to the socials. What is that kind of like? Is it just coming at you so fast that you like just blank out and you just do the thing and then worry about other stuff later?
These are great
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah. I actually think we all just end up saying like really similar things because your mind is not there. Your mind is like, it's like you finish, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders, and then all these people coming at you, and you're like, yep, it was great. Hand it off to her. Like, it was fun. I'm tired now. And we're all just kind of repeating the same things, trying to get through it and stuff.
I always think it's the worst sports question. Bill knows this because I've said this before. How does it feel?
Yeah.
Like you always, well, how do you think it feels? We just won. Like, it's a better question to ask, I think. But you always have to. Probably the tough part is answering that question too. Like,
'Cause
you know
you're
it's coming.
It feels terrible, but it also feels great.
Yeah, for sure.
Go ahead, Ella.
I just remember one question one of the reporters asked me was, what does it mean to be like with the team or do it for each other? And I think that just helped me try to enjoy it a lot and recognize all the work we put in. And I just remember trying to enjoy it a lot. I was like, this is why we ran it, you know?
There's days upon days and hours upon hours, runs upon runs that just get stacked on top of each other to get you to that point. I mean, you all are cross country, you run indoor season, then you're in the outdoor season. Like it is literally the entire school year.
Yeah.
You're training for that race.
That particular day, that's where you win your state championship. You're doing lots of other things though that day, right? You're in other races where you finish in different places. And then Collette, you get to run the 800 and you win the state championship there. Was it after or before this one?
It was after.
Okay.
It was like a while after.
Okay, like how long?
Like 3 hours.
Oh, great
I had
recovery
a
time
decent
then.
amount of time. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I just remember being tired because then it got like into the afternoon and it was hot.
Yeah.
And we were just like sitting in the tank. So we're not really supposed to like walk around and do a bunch of stuff.
Right.
But I remember I was like, I'm gonna like take caffeine gum, which I usually don't use caffeine unless it's for like big races.
I use caffeine all the time, so.
But I was like, I definitely, I just remember being tired. But before I was super nervous, but Coach Kyle before, there was this one race, it was called Under the Lights, but it wasn't dark out, but it was 1 and it was my first time going in the 211s. And he was like, I think you should go out to win at state. And then really, I knew there was good competition.
Yeah, it was a close finish.
Yeah, but my main competition was Valerie B. She's a senior from Grand Haven. and she had run 2:10 earlier in the season, but she wasn't running her best at the end of the season, and she had run the mile earlier in the meet. So I was like, okay, like she's gonna be tired. She hasn't been doing super well. So my goal was to just get out, try to be in a good spot, which, you know, you never know what's gonna happen.
And you got a good kick, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
usually.
kind of
Yes,
Usually.
that's kind of her thing.
definitely do.
Yeah, so I'm honestly, basically my race plan went exactly as I kind of wanted it to. I was like, just get out, get kind of in a good spot, don't get caught behind people, stay on the outside for a little bit. And then I got behind Valerie. And the second 200 honestly did not feel very fast. Like we went out in 66, I think, which is like a couple seconds slower than I usually go out. But then a couple people started to make moves at 400, and so that's when we actually started like going faster.
started racing now,
I was just locked in on her back on the back stretch. I was like, just stay with her, stay relaxed, keep your form. And then I got around the curve. I was like, okay, it's almost time to go. And then we got to the last 100. I was like, okay, you got to kick. And so then I was like, just trying to tell myself positive things, execute my form, just get to the finish line. And then she started like faltering a little bit. I could tell she was struggling a little bit, and so I was like, just keep going as hard as you can. And then I crossed the finish line, and I honestly like didn't believe it. And it was a really great experience though.
That day, so that's state championship Saturday. So I saw the 4x8. We had a doubles team that was in the state semifinal, so I busted over to Byron Center. I'm getting text from Kyle. He's like, oh my gosh, Collette just won the 800. Helen wins the mile or 2 mile. Is it 2 mile?
3200.
Yeah,
Yeah.
200. So I'm busting back over to East Kentwood to catch the last race because at that point we still had a shot at being state runner up. And I wasn't able to get back down on the field because it was just too much commotion. But then as I'm like, I find out we finished third, then I hop back in my car and I'm headed to rugby because rugby was in the state semifinal. So that was a crazy day.
Yeah, it's a crazy day. Yeah, there's always. Let's head over to Franklin Field in Philadelphia. This is only 3 weeks later, something like that.
Yeah,
So-
3
It's
weeks.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
Tell us about what are you doing in between those weeks to prep for Philadelphia?
Well, last year it was only 2 weeks, so we had like extra time to prepare for this year. So it's just like, honestly, it doesn't feel that much like different from regular season. We're just, training, like doing the workouts. We get like a good like week or two of training in, and then like we start tapering again for nationals like the last week.
Are you guys like super pumped to head out? Liz, it's so much fun to travel for your sport. I mean, you're going to a different, nice,
So
big
fun. Yeah.
American city.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. I have never got to experience it.
First
I
year
missed
for
it
you.
The past 2 years. Yeah, I missed it the past 2 years from sickness and Megan's injury, and so I was like 3 weeks. I literally was like counting down the days. I was like, I'm so excited. I was like, I literally can't wait. Like,
Philly
who even
cheesesteak.
cares about who even cares about the racing?
Yeah.
I'm there for the Philly cheesesteak and like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Do you guys drive out to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So across the PA Turnpike, America's
Sure.
worst road.
Maybe.
No, you had no idea.
They're chilling in that back seat.
Yeah.
Got those headphones in. It's relaxing. Who all went? Because not just the four of you went. More of your teammates went, right?
Yeah,
Who
it
went, Ella?
was us, and then Jane went for the 4x mile, and then Mary Dalbo went for the 4x4. Who else? I think was that it?
That was it.
That was it.
That was it.
That was
Yeah.
it.
And all your families went along. And then
Yeah.
that was, for the Wierks, that was your third time going.
Yeah.
And then
That was my second
Your
time
second
going.
time. You guys enjoy the city when you were there? I know you had done it more. So when I talked to your mom, she said, hey, we had already done most of that. So we kind of hunkered up in our room or whatever and had our pre-made meals or whatever. But which is smart as an athlete. You don't want to be hitting that Philly cheesesteak before the mile.
No.
But did you have fun in the city? Like, what was that like for you guys?
Yeah. Well, we had like our off day on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So we got to, we like explored the city. We went shopping, there's so many stores down there, and that was so fun. And then, we all like went as a team to go get Philly cheesesteaks at like the famous places. There's like the two in like
Geno's and
opposite,
Pat's.
Yep.
the opposite corners or whatever. And then, we just had
Oh, they're
fun.
opposite corners? I don't know this.
Yeah, they're
this
like-
is cool.
Right across the street from each other.
Okay.
So we all got like a picture in front
Did you
of
all
it.
go to one or did some go to
we
the
all,
other?
We all went to one. But
Okay.
I think Kyle
got both.
got
Oh, we
both.
did?
We just like compare
test
them,
them out.
Yeah, I would say I'd try the same one. Let's do our own little comparison here.
Yeah. I'm from Baltimore, so I have a hatred for Philly, but it's what it is.
That's all right.
It's East Coast.
You don't have a hatred for food, though.
No, I do love a good cheesesteak.
Yeah, we all do. Right? When you go there, are you competing as West Ottawa or as the Shore Collette?
No, it's Shore Track Club.
Shore Track Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, MHSAA rules would not allow us to compete as West Ottawa.
Yeah. But it's fun because we can make like colorful outfits, and Kyle will print like the logo on them. So
Yeah, I did notice that. I thought that was really fun that you guys were able to do that.
Yeah.
Able to kind of do that. And you guys have that entrance thing that you did too.
Oh yeah.
Which was sweet. Tell me about that. You guys definitely did some choreography. Ava?
That was so fun. Me and Emma were definitely like pushing it. We were like, we're gonna have good intros. We're working on it like a week in advance. I think we didn't end up doing it until like the day before. Yeah. But we were like hyping it up, and we're like, all right, we're gonna do this, this, and this. And Collette and I are like, sure, let's do it. Like, we're down. And they're like, just place us and we'll do it. And we're like, all right. So before the 4x-mile, us three and Jane were out behind like the field doing strides, and we're like practicing walking up and like hitting our pose, and we had Kyle like take a video of us so we could like get the vibe, and we're like, yep, this is the one. And so we were just coming up with a different day, and it was kind of like a fun. And then once you got on the track, it was like, all right,
yeah, you guys definitely had fun. You guys when I was watching online, which I didn't know that was coming up, so I'm kind of like scrolling through the video to see and then I saw you guys kind of pop out into your thing. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good time. That was really, really fun.
Well, like the last year we went for the 4x, we didn't like barely even know that we were doing intros. So we just had no clue what we were doing like first year. And then we learned for like the DMR after, and we did a little pose. But this year, we wanted to be prepared. So
That's
we like,
awesome.
we planned it out, just having fun with it. And I feel like it's like a fun thing to get the nerves off, because we're all like waiting in this like tunnel before we have to like go step out and do like the intros and then go onto the track. So it's like fun to just like take the nerves off and like practice the poses and stuff.
And what's
call it the bullpen, and so it's a little freaky.
Do that again?
They call it the bullpen, and so you're sitting in there, you're like, oh gosh, like everybody's nervous in here, and you can just like feel the like tension.
It's big time.
Like,
this is big time.
Like, you walk in, like we always say the hour before is like the worst hour. Like it's worse like than the race, because your mind is just racing, and so you're sitting in there and you're just like they're waiting, because they hold you for a while. I feel
like 20 or 25 minutes. You're just sitting there,
and
like
you're
putting your numbers
and
on.
there's like you're constantly going to the bathroom. There's a bathroom in there, thank goodness. So there's just athletes going back and forth through the bathroom, and it's just the nerves are like you can just feel them.
Is it pretty warm there at that point of the year?
Yeah.
East Coast heat and humidity is a little bit different.
It was hot.
Yeah, there was like that heat wave and stuff. So on
It was,
Sunday,
like, 90.
it was like 90 degrees, but thankfully it rained before the DMR, so then it actually cooled down a lot.
Yeah.
But for our 4x4, we had to stand out in the field for like 20 minutes. I just remember it was like 100 degrees. I was like feeling so faint.
Really
it was just the sun was just like pounding down, and it's,
Yeah, that's tough conditions for sure. And that's outdoor track right there, right at its best. You guys are doing lots of different events while you're there, right? The 4x8 is not the only thing you do. You run an 8:59.64. So this is a really big, you break 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Tell us about that race, Collette.
Yeah.
I watched it online later. We talked about this in the hall before we got started. So anyways, IMG wins it. And if you watch it online, they just have the camera on them the whole stinking way. So I was like, really? But
IMG plays by a little bit different rules than we play
they do.
by.
Yeah.
They get people from all over the country.
So that one, I think we raced at like 8:10 or something. It was a little bit later. It wasn't actually dark out.
That's not a bad time to run.
No, it was pretty good, because by then it's a little bit cooler too.
Yeah.
But I don't even remember what order we went in.
I just remember
first.
yeah,
Yeah.
I went
think
second.
I was third
Okay.
that day, and then you were fourth.
I just remember like being on the line, and everyone did so good. Like you can just tell how people, like you don't even know the time, but you can just tell if someone feels good or if they're running fast. And we were in third, I think, when I got it. And then I was
There's a group of you.
Yeah. I was like,
it was a lot.
just stay behind this one girl. I think she had a yellow jersey. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And she didn't go out very fast, and I was a little worried that other people were going to catch us. But I was like, just be smart. Like, don't make a move in the first 200 meters, And then we got to like 400 or 600, like in between. And then I was like, okay, you got to start going. And then the last like 200, I passed her right before the turn, and then just hammered to the finish
Yeah,
line
you hammered
again.
to it,
And I was like, we're actually in second right now. This is crazy.
They had the
Just-
camera shot when I was watching it from like you running toward me. And I just remember, all right, here comes IMG. There they go. And then all of a sudden this big group comes by and then you're just this fierce warrior competitor coming down the stretch there.
Yeah. I think part of it is the night before we got ninth, right? Ninth in the 4x mile.
You didn't
and
like that.
We were not happy
No.
with that. Like we went in with high expectations for the 4 mile. So doing that was like extremely disappointing in a way. I mean, it's hard to say extremely disappointing when
Correct.
you get ninth in the nation.
Correct.
But it was to us. And so the next day it was like we were all three just like on fire. We're like, we're getting all American. It doesn't matter. Like
Do you think
we're
like the
getting it.
first race was more just kind of getting used to the atmosphere? Or
Probably. It was
Yeah.
a little
What do you
it
think?
was also
Delayed,
rain
like,
delay, like
yeah.
a lot.
right.
And
It was
so
after the
it was,
car, I don't
yeah, a day after the car. So it was a little rough, but
Yeah.
Hey.
yeah.
And the thing is, right, top 5 become all Americans.
Yeah.
So you're hoping to get that. I talked to your coaches, like, when we went there,
Yeah.
we were just hoping to get all American in something. And then maybe the one you think you're going to get it in passes you by. So you had kind of had that inner, we're going to go
Yeah.
get this on the second time around.
Yeah.
No, I think it's almost hard because a lot of people just go there like either hoping just being glad to run there or hoping to get All American, which we were last year.
Right.
But then it's just we were ranked second in the 4x, so it's almost just having to push to be the next level of getting second and not just settling. That's actually almost hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just amazing to pull that off at a place like that, big stage. Then you do more stuff too, though, which is what I really like. This is like a really, I don't know, it's like wrapping up a Christmas present and everything just is perfect when you open it. You guys were in the DMR. I just picked that lingo up from you because you just said it. I would have said the distance medley relay. But that's not a standard event in the MHSAA, right? This is probably a funner thing you can do. It's funner, man. No, tell us about it.
Well, it is fun to do because we only get to do the DMR in either like indoor like state season or postseason because they don't have it for like the regular high school season. So yeah, it's like I feel like it's a really fun event because everyone gets to do like a different distance per leg, and then I think I got to do the 400, so it's fun to just like rip a lap and then like.
What are the different distances that everybody did? So you did 4 and you
Yeah, I
ripped
did
a
the
lap.
400.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great.
Fun,
I
like
love it.
running. Yeah, I got to run a PR.
I think it's 1200,
1200, which Collette did, and then
Okay.
1200,
400.
400, 800 mile.
Yeah.
And you guys finish. You just said it. You set a PR, but who else set PRs? Emma.
Yeah, everyone did. We all like ran crazy amazing on each leg. Like Collette took us out so strong, and I think we were in like third or something like that. And then
Something like that.
yeah, I just like kept it, and then Ella ran a really really good 800 leg and just like kept us in the race, and then Ava just went and battled it out with this one girl. They were just neck and neck, just like going back and forth, and it was crazy. And like we were all just cheering so strong for like cheering so loud for her, and like we could tell she was like feeling strong because she gets that look on her face where she's just like so determined. You can like see the fire in her eyes. And like
Have you
her,
guys?
like,
Are you
no,
guys
this is
able to
great.
imitate the look? Have you been able to do that? What's the look?
Probably not.
Just like-
It's literally just like I dead stare in someone's back, and there's like nothing. Like
And
my
then her,
eyes
like,
don't move. Like
Her
nothing
teeth are
moves.
just like
Yeah.
gritted, and she's just like you can
Like,
tell
I'm-
she's
you
just
can
like
tell I'm in the pain cave, but like nothing's like I'm like so laser focused on someone in front of me.
That's really great.
Yeah.
So you all walk away as all Americans. What's that mean to add that to your list of accolades for your high school running careers?
Yeah, I think it's just the next level because I feel like most schools and teams don't make it to national levels. So it's just kind of cool and almost unexpected.
I mean,
And you
it's
can't beat that
state-
T-shirt, by the way.
Yeah. Get all
This
the
is a
gear.
podcast and it's
T-shirt.
not a video one. But when you walked in the building today, and I like the other T-shirts, don't get me wrong, but that New Balance National All-American T-shirt is what they say fire? Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
we're
fire.
still saying that? Okay.
Yeah.
Straight fire, bro.
Yeah, so it's a great story. You were continue if you
I
want.
feel like a state championship is like so special and amazing, but then getting to do it on like the national level where the entire U.S. is watching you, like, well, the people that are in the running community are watching you, and people are watching from home, and so it's just like it's really like that extra. We've put in the work; it's really paying off, especially when you all go and
Yeah,
some
it's
seconds off your times.
it's just really cool to be there and be in the stadium, like all the intros and even preparing for it too, just with the team. Like I think relays are so much more fun than individual events. Like a couple of us could have run individual events, but we didn't because just relays are more important and it's a lot more fun to do with your team too. And yeah, like preparing for that. And then it's also really cool just to be able to be like, okay, we're ranked this, let's go try to get it. Instead of just being like there to run. You're actually competing for something.
And like, we didn't like totally know for the DMR like where we were at, because Kyle was talking to like us before and he was like, you could get 10th, you could get second, like we don't know, so just like go out and give it your all. And then like being able to get third was so crazy. And then we also got like the state record, which is even crazier.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like Ava, like her mile leg was amazing, because like before we had Helen and like we didn't like totally know how it was gonna go for like the mile, but then she went out and like got like a 4-second PR, and then I think that's
4-second
like,
PR.
Yeah,
from indoor. Yeah,
Good thing it rained.
I
Hopefully that helped.
drop some
yeah.
time
So
in that.
we totally weren't expecting to get like a state record or anything, but then we broke it by 2 seconds. So yeah, it was crazy.
And Emma, that's like the cherry on top of the high school career for you, right?
for
Like
sure.
you get to go run with your friends, earn All-American honors on top of a state title. What's that kind of like as now you're stepping away and you're going to Grand Valley? What's it like to kind of have that?
I mean, it's definitely like a lot of good memories. I like every year getting to go to nationals was like so special for me, and like getting to like, spend that time with like my best friends and stuff. It was amazing. And like just being able to cap off the season with like that like great accomplishment, and like, getting to be 2-time All-American that year is crazy.
You are our, I'm not going to say youngest, but the quickest alum to come back on the 29-1. So we've had other
alumni.
athletes come in and they walk the halls and man, I used to be here. Used to be my everyday. You're like out of here for 2 years. I mean, not for 2 years, 2 months. And now you're back here, but off you go. For the rest of you, she's graduating and she's left. You're going to move up to juniors and seniors. Specifically, what has Emma kind of meant to you, just for each of you as a teammate? And we'll just kind of go around the horn here.
No, yeah, she's definitely been a really good role model. I feel like she's always just calm and prepared. She's just like confident in herself and her abilities. And I think that's almost rubbed off on me and the rest of the team. So yeah, she's just been a really fun individual too. Like she helps everybody. She's just like fun to race against, honestly. Competitive. But yeah, she knows when to have fun, but also when to get serious. And we've made a lot of great memories. Like I think all like the state championships and nationals, we've been on the same relay. So next year is going to be sad like this year. But yeah.
I think it's safe to say Emma's literally my best friend. I spend so much time with her. We always joke that we're like sisters now because we fight and argue like sisters. It's not all friendly. We get on each other's nerves.
Move over, Wierks.
Yeah.
We got an argument.
we definitely have our moments, but I mean, she's literally shaped me into the person I am today. I would not be as calm, cool, and collected as I am without her. She definitely teaches that, but also her leadership skills. She can be quiet, but she has, when she speaks up, you know when to listen. And we talked
Sometimes
about
that quiet leadership is the strongest.
Yeah, we were talking about that at camp, that quiet leadership is the strongest, yeah. And Emma's definitely one. When she speaks up, it's definitely important to listen. And she's taught me a lot of things that I know and has given me so much good advice throughout the years. And like getting to be on these relays with my best friend and like see our accomplishments, like there is that competitiveness between us, but like it's a good, healthy competitiveness.
You need that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you got to compete all the time.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to have been on all these relays and on this team with you for 2 years. It feels so much longer than that. Like, it's crazy because going on this team as a freshman, like, there were a lot of really good runners. And, like, there still are, but there's, like, the big senior class and everything. But she was so welcoming. And, she always supports you. And is just, like, great to practice with, great to race with. I love being, like, on her team. And, like, she's always supporting you. And I'm so excited to see what she has coming for her.
And that's why it's important to be a good mama duck.
Yeah.
For sure. And I get to pass that role on to Ava.
And now you go to Grand Valley and you get to meet up with one of your former teammates.
Yeah,
You're
Megan.
reunited with Megan again. And obviously, ladies, you're going to be spending a lot of time with Postmas, right?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Heather joining the squad as a coach. What's that, Emma, look like for you as you go to Grand Valley? Is it comforting knowing that you have somebody there that you can kind of lean on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I actually ran into Ava and Megan running. They're doing like a workout, and then I was just like running by, and then Megan's like, "Oh, I have to do that workout too." So we got to like do it together like a few weeks ago. So it was like fun to get to like talk to her about, you know, what we're going to be like up to at Grand Valley. And this weekend we have like our camp thing. So we get to go out, and then I get to like talk to, you know, all the team more. So it's going to be fun to like get to bond with them all, and like also the new freshmen.
Yeah, the next stage, next season of your athletic career begins.
And then, girls, the season for you is here.
Yeah.
We're a couple days into fall practice. Headed to Benzie on the 23rd, first race. And then Saturday, September 6th, one of my favorite events on the annual sports calendar at West Ottawa, the Braidaway Invitational. This year with the addition of food trucks.
Oh, really?
So
What do you got? What are you bringing in?
Upgraded.
What's coming in?
We've got donut truck. We've got
Post-race.
barbecue, a barbecue spot coming in,
Dang.
a couple of others. So those will be positioned kind of behind those visitor stands on that little parking lot there. Again, Braidaway is one of those things we just try to raise the bar every year, make it a little bit bigger. There's a lot of teams coming. It's going to be a pretty busy weekend over there on campus, but I love that event.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a long day at Kennedy Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
The stern Bill Kennedy.
Hope for good weather because
yes.
there's been a couple of years where it's been pretty
for
brutal
sure.
out there.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to finish up. Thank you so much for coming in. It's always like a treat for us to get to know you a little bit. And it's nice for the community as well to hear your voices and, you know, your experience of what you've done. We just really want to thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, so thankful for you all carving out some time. I know you're all very busy.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming in. And remember, everybody,
We are West Ottawa. We are community. We are each other.
let's go. All right. Thanks, you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you have enjoyed listening to the 29-1 podcast, be sure to like and subscribe. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.